And so if you had to pick a favorite memory, maybe like a school activity, what would you say it was?
Um, just from my high school experience, I would say going on the Ashland trip in both my junior and senior year and getting to go see the plays, but also spend time with classmates and getting to know them better.
I think my favorite parts about Country Day are like the really interactive field trips like Sutter's Fort or even on campus when we did Renaissance Fair. I think it's really exciting that the school decides to do so many like interactive and engaging activities for the kids instead of just learning in a typical classroom setting.
Definitely in lower school when we went to pep rallies. Like since this is such like a small school, like there's a lot of like tight knit community stuff going on. Like lower school kids at pep rallies with high schoolers. I remember that was really fun, and like the dance team was always like really cool. And like one year they had like Dr. Bell come out like like it was just so much fun. I remember that a lot.
Most memorable things for me are probably like all the Ansel Hoffman games that we played. Like I remember like each one of those was pretty special.
I would say some of my favorite memories were probably in fourth grade, when we went on the field trips to Sutter's Fort and Monterey Bay. Those were just super fun. Let's see, I remember fifth grade, the Civil War reenactment was super fun. And then in third grade, the Colonial Fair, all those kinds of things were super fun. And just, I loved all the teachers in lower school too.
I think if I limit myself just to high school, I think that's a little easier. It would probably be the time I quit the Octagon. And that's just because it was sort of a big moment for me. And the Octagon has like pretty much changed my life so much. And I think that was a really big moment. I was a freshman and I just like had it with the Octagon. I was so fed up. I was really upset because I had turned in this varsity volleyball beat and it was like a page long, and Fells and the other editor just put about 10,000 comments, so that was pretty much usual. And I was really upset, like they didn't understand me, and I worked so hard on that, and it was so competitive to be on the Octagon, and it was really tough. So I made a plan, and I was like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna quit. I planned out everything I was gonna say, and it was a big moment for me because I had never talked to Fells one-on-one. And you know how intimidating she is. And when you're a freshman, you're not really on her radar. And she's not outright mean to you, but I was just really scared of her. And so I told all my friends, and they were like, oh, good for you. And so I walked down the quad, and it's really scary because you can see her door at the end, and you can see her. And I was like, it was one of the scariest moments, and I was sweating everywhere. And then I was like, you know what, Fells, I quit. It's too time consuming and it's too competitive. And I just really don't think this is an activity that I like anymore. And she was like, oh, don't do that. And she throughout my whole speech, she didn't even really look up at me. She was grading an essay or something. So she wasn't she didn't have this big debate about me whether or not I was going to quit. But I was like, okay, thank you, Miss Fells. Bye. And that was it. So... And I was just too afraid of her to my will to quit was weaker than my fear of Fells. So then I went back to my friends and they're like, so what happened? You gonna join Glass Knife now? And I was like, no, there's been a change in plans. And then I never got that close to quitting ever again. So I was really glad that she never accepted my resignation, because if I had, I think that my high school experience wouldn't have been as exciting, or I wouldn't have learned as much.
If you had to pick maybe a favorite memory, what would you say it was?
Favorite memory?
Or favorite thing?
Let me think.
I would probably say Sutter's Fort. That was just something that I remember super well, and it was one of the most fun times in lower school.
Probably the trip to DC in 8th grade. It was really fun being with all my classmates and also learning a lot, which is pretty cool. And I never had gone to the East Coast at that point, so yeah.
I'd say either winning just this most last year's Ansel Hoffman, because that was really fun because we won by a lot, and it was our last year, so we go out with a win, which was great. I'd say that, or probably freshman year, back when our basketball team was really good. We made it we won the section and then we advanced further. And just being like, I didn't play like on that team back then, but just being able to watch them play and get far into the playoffs was really cool to see.
All right. And so you're going to be graduating in a month and going to college at the end of the year. What are you going to miss most about Country Day?
I think I'll probably miss my teachers, especially at Country Day, since your classes are so small. Some of my classes, like this year, I have 4 people in my AP Euro class, so I think you really get to form close bonds with the teachers, which is something that a lot of kids I've heard don't really get to have. So I think I'm probably going to miss that the most.
I'm definitely going to miss the small community feel that we have here because I am going to UCLA, so there's going to be about 30,000 undergrads. So it's going to be a huge change, and I'm going to definitely miss like the relationships that I've had here with my friends and with my teachers.
Probably just the relationships that you build. Like at Country Day, you get really close with your teachers since, you know, the classes are so small. And also just, I'd say, the people, because, like, at least a couple of the people I've become, like, really good friends with over these past 4 years, which, you know, something hopefully I'll be able, you know, we will be able to retain our friendships, like, going past college and stuff like that. But, you know, you never know.
Definitely the teachers. Like, I've known Fells for quite a long time because my brother was on Octagon during high school, so I kind of knew about her when he was in high school, and I was like in 5th grade or something. And a lot of the teachers here like really just want you to do well, and they're so close to you because like you've had them for so long, and it's like since this classroom or the class sizes are so small, you get like a really good relationship with your teachers.